Both of you have presented yourself to the public as a conservative and had endorsements of prominent Arkansas Republicans. In the words of Ronald Reagan, trust but verify. So we did. As you know, Arkansas has open primaries, and voting records and histories are public records. In our research, we found that Mrs. Henry votes primarily Democrat and Mr. Williams votes Republican. Knowing that we know how you both have voted, could you please tell us what conservative values you found in the candidate of your choice when voting in the recent presidential primary?
Well, let me start by saying that in running a nonpartisan election, I've never said to anyone that I am a Republican or a Democrat, because
The question didn't say that. The question said you presented yourself as a conservative. That doesn't mean Republican. So let me remind you that we're saying you presented yourself as a conservative. How did you vote in the presidential primary? How did that vote reflect that you are indeed looking for a conservative candidate?
well, I would have to, I guess, visit with you about what conservative means.
What does it mean to you?
Well, a conservative judicial philosophy, I think, is what is important in this particular election. A conservative judicial philosophy means that you believe that your duly elected legislators are given the right and power to write the laws in Arkansas. And I believe that. In addition, I believe that judges have important jobs, but those jobs have boundaries. Judges should not legislate from the bench. What does that mean? That means that a judge who has a conservative philosophy should not try to rewrite the law that has been passed by your General Assembly. So that is my conservative judicial philosophy. Certainly I believe in the freedom of information, and that all of my voting records are public record. However, I don't think that those should be used to pigeonhole myself or my opponent into a certain partisan political process. When Amendment 80 to the Constitution, which you voted on and demanded that judges run nonpartisan races, that was the vote. So as a result, I'm running a nonpartisan race. And I've been true to that.
Repeat the question.
Sure. Do you want me to repeat all of it?
Just part,
Okay.
the part.
Basically, knowing that we know how you voted, we need to know, please tell us, in the choice that you made for the recent presidential primary, how you chose based on conservative values. Did you choose based on conservative values?
That's what I understood to be. And without revealing, I don't think I need to reveal who I voted for, but the reason that I chose the individual I voted for was because he stood for very well-grounded, family-oriented values, which is what I stand for. And basically, he took the position that there should be less government also, which really has nothing to do with this race, but that's one of the reasons, the conservative reasons, that I involved myself with that vote. But Ms. Henry is absolutely correct. This is a nonpartisan election, and really what we need to be focusing on, I guess, from our standpoint is, does that person have the kind of relationship that you would want him to have involved with how he believes or she believes in regard to how the law should be interpreted and how the law should be handled by that Court of Appeals judge. And that's really what you need to focus on. And I believe wholeheartedly in my heart that the law is there to help people. It's not there to punish people in the civil area, and it's not there to make, and the courts are not there to make new law and make ways of people that have an agenda to go down that path. It's there to interpret what the representatives of the people have passed, in that alone. Thank you.